How's it going, guys? Hank here, back at it again with another short video on the Review and Preview Sports YouTube channel. And folks, as always, please don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Review and Preview Sports. And of course, please don't forget to hit that big red button down below. Give us a like, give us a comment, let us know your thoughts. We want to hear from you guys. And breaking news for today, the New York Giants have re-signed quarterback Daniel Jones to a 4-year, $160 million contract. And in addition, they franchise tag running back Saquon Barkley. And let's start off by talking about Daniel Jones. If you have watched me on Big Blue Avenue, along with Tom Scavetta, him more so than I, we have both been very high on the Daniel Jones train pretty much since he was drafted by the New York Giants. And we always knew that the potential was there. The problem was he had gone through some bad head coaches and about 3 offensive coordinators until finally Brian Dable came along and said, "You know what? We can make it work with Daniel Jones." And you know what? That's exactly what he did. Led them to the playoffs. And Daniel Jones had definitely what was probably his best season as a Giants quarterback thus far. I mean, look, the numbers don't tell you the whole story, but he proved that he is a quarterback that can win games for the New York Giants. And he's got a great work ethic, great leadership, and I am definitely happy for him and that he secured a good bag for them. Now, let's discuss the elephant in the room, and that's the terms of the contract itself. On the surface, yes, 4 years, 160 million for a quarterback that may or may not be in the top 10. That does seem like a lot of money, but let's take this into consideration. This is a quarterback's league. The Giants needed to keep that position with stability. There are Giants fans who are old enough to remember what happened in between Phil Simms and Eli Manning. You know that the Giants went through a bit of instability in that period. And by the time Eli Manning came along, we had a quarterback that was consistently among the league's best. But it took a while to get to Eli Manning after Phil Simms retired. So I think the Giants wanted to avoid that. And, it made sense. And another thing you have to consider, Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert. These are just a few quarterbacks that I'm naming. And I would say Joe Burrow, too, are among those who are going to be securing absolute bank by the time they're free agents. And their contracts are going to make Daniel Jones look small by comparison. And also, the salary cap is probably going to be increasing within a few years. So even though it looks big on the surface, I really think this is a good move by the New York Giants. And yes, you can tell me about, the opt out that or them not picking up the 5th-year option before the season. Again, this is the NFL. Plans change. And, whether he does well in that contract or not remains to be seen. But if we're talking at least in the big picture, I am very glad the Giants put those rumors to rest by re-signing Daniel Jones. So definitely trusting what Joe Shane is doing so far and so forth. Now, we got to talk about Saquon Barkley. The Giants ended up choosing to franchise tag Saquon Barkley, which I definitely agree with wholeheartedly for this simple reason. Number one, Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones essentially complemented each other on the offense. They were both two of the big leaders, and if you lose them next year, it's a pretty big void. So I have no problem with franchise tagging Saquon Barkley. And the reason that I'm glad that all the Giants did was franchise tag is for this simple reason. Running backs these days, are not a position that you want to pay. You want to overpay. That is a position that's value has definitely seen a decline over the years. And for all we know, we probably got the best of Saquon Barkley in the 2022 season. And not to mention, he has had problems staying on the field. So it's better to just tag him as opposed to give him the contract extension that they gave to Daniel Jones. But that's really all I have to say with regards to our star quarterback and our star running back. And I'm sure Tom will have a lot to say on the Big Blue Avenue YouTube channel. So definitely give us a follow there. But as far as where this video goes, please don't forget to follow us again on social media at Review and Preview Sports. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Review and Preview Sports. And of course, please don't forget to hit that big red button down below and give us a comment. Do you think the Giants made the right move by keeping Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley? Do you think the Giants overpaid for Daniel Jones? Or do you think the contract isn't as bad as it seems? And also, do you think the Giants made the right decision to franchise tag Saquon Barkley? I would love to interact with you guys in the comments section. But until next time, I'm Hank and Dicker, and I will see you guys later for another short video on the Review and Preview Sports YouTube channel.